Hi everybody! Today, Trevor and I are using this printable with a bumblebee and a flower to do an activity to learn more about pollination. Pollination is the process by which grains of pollen from one plant get transferred to another plant. By doing this, the plants can produce seeds and then reproduce. So pollination is vital to keeping plant life going on our planet. For this activity, you'll need our bumblebee and flower printable. You might want to print two so that you can have two flowers for the activity, and I'll explain that as we start working. You'll also need either muffin cups like this or some sort of small dish. I like to use these little muffin papers. Some glitter, and I'm actually using rainbow sugar because that's what we had in my house. I didn't have glitter here, so that would work too. You could try it with like sprinkles too. I've never tried it with something that heavy, but certainly give it a go. And I have two different kinds of sprinkles because you'll see during our activity that sometimes leads to an interesting effect. Scissors to cut out your pictures. Some sort of markers, crayons, pencils, whatever you like to color with to color your pictures. And some glue. Let me show you how we do this. So the first thing we're doing is coloring. Trevor's coloring the bumblebee's face first, his head. So you can color your own bumblebee and your own flower. And you may want to have your parents print it out twice so you can color two flowers, and I'll show you what we'll do with two later.
The bumblebee red, I'm turning it orange.
Oh, nice. The original picture did not have any legs on it, but the legs are kind of an important part of this activity. So I asked Trevor to draw his own legs, and we remembered that every insect has 6 legs. So you can see he drew 6 legs on his bumblebee. Now we're going to cut them out. Now we have our flowers and our bumblebees cut out. I'm going to take my muffin cups and glue them in the center of my flower like that. And then that is where I will put my glitter, or in my case, rainbow sugar. Now, if you're using 2 different flowers like this and you have 2 types of glitter, I do recommend that's how you do this activity. So I'm gonna glue those together, and then I will show you the next part of the activity. Trevor is adding our rainbow sugar to the plants. We're going to imagine that rainbow sugar is the pollen in the plant. Yep, that one's done. Now put red in the other one.
Hold it.
Sure. Whoa, he is really filling that up with pollen. Pollen is also what makes a lot of people sneeze in the springtime. If you have allergies, the pollen floating through the air trying to get to a new plant might make you sneeze. On our bumblebee, we're going to put a little bit of glue down by his legs. Go ahead, Trevor.
Wait, here?
Yeah, down on the bottom and on the paper.
Here?
Yep, squeeze it so it makes a nice long line. You could also use a paintbrush if you wanted to spread it around a little better. I'm just going to ask Trevor to take his finger and smear the glue. Can you smear it with your finger?
I don't want to
spread it around?
Okay,
I'll be the one to do the smearing part. Just like that.
Why are we doing that?
So now the bottom is all sticky. And our honeybees, our bumblebees, have some special pockets on their legs that can actually collect pollen. They also tend to be very hairy. If you've ever seen a bumblebee up close, you'll notice he's very hairy, and that hair sticks to the pollen as well. So now, Trevor, can you dip your bumblebee in the pollen of one of the flowers, like he's walking on there?
Wait,
so when,
on the sticky chart? Like
sure, yeah.
this?
So when our bumblebee goes to land on a flower, right, and drink the nectar, look what happens on his legs. Can you turn it around so we can see? That pollen stuck to him. How did he do that? Bumblebees are sticky. Now let's take him to the next plant and see what happens.
What?
What? Now he has red pollen.
More red pollen.
More red pollen. Oops, and what happened that time? Red pollen got on our blanket. It's starting to spread. Keep going, Trev. Keep going back and forth. And we'll see what happens. Go back the other way again. Yep, try not to scoop it. Try to just let him walk in there. Yeah, there you go. And then on the other one again. So our bumblebee is flying around, flower to flower. This part it looks like might work better with glitter. Oh, no, I see it's happening in here. Let me see, it's very sunny out here, so I can't really see the screen. But if you look closely, you'll notice we've started to mix some of the green pollen into the flower with red pollen. So our pollen is moving from flower to flower as the bumblebee flies around. What? He has pollen all over. He's mixed up all this pollen, and the flowers now have gathered pollen from each other.
Can I color my tattoo?
Without moving anywhere. Yes, Trevor has a super cool dinosaur tattoo he wants to show you all today. Super cool. Go ahead, Trev. Keep buzzing him around.
We need a little more blue, right?
Sure. More glue? Maybe a little bit on the other side.
Right here?
Or a little bit, sure, a little bit there, or a little bit towards the back. I have no idea what I'm seeing because it's so bright and sunny out here. I can't see my screen. Perfect. Maybe smear it around a little bit. Yeah. You want me to be the smearer? Okay. Let's go pollinate some flowers. Bumblebee, bumblebee, landing on my nose. Bumblebee, bumblebee, now he's on my toes. And that's our pollination activity. Thanks for joining us, friends. Have a great day.